Hi, I'm Colleen Grandin, and I'm your host for this episode of ArtX TV.
It's about to go down.
In today's episode, we feature artist and professor Cathy Royer. Professor Royer teaches painting and drawing courses at Adrian College. So my question for you is, what do art students need to know about copyright laws?
Well, copyright is a body of law and regulation, much like tax law or environmental laws, and all adults are bound by them. So it's good to know something about it. And they both protect and in some cases restrict creative types. So those of us who produce things, writers, artists, designers, musicians, those are the people who have a real interest in having their copyright or their intellectual property protected. So what it does for you is it means that other people can't take your product and pass it off as their own, or they can't do things with it that would affect your ability to make money with your intellectual product or your creative product. They can't cast it in a context that you would be unhappy with. So for instance, there's a painter named Robert Colescott, and he's an African-American painter of mixed race, and he makes his paintings about that. So if a hate group took one of his images and used it for some other reason, then that would be very much counter to what Colescott wants to say with his works. So copyright law protects him from having someone take his image and use it for a purpose that he wouldn't actually agree with. On the restrictive side, copyright laws and intellectual property laws mean that, say, an art student can't just take some photographer's image and decide to do a rendering of it. You don't actually have the right to that image. So there are some ways around it. There are stock photo agencies where photographers offer their images for one-time use, sometimes for free, but more often for a fee, and often the fees are very modest. So if you're working for an advertising agency and you need a particular model for an ad, you could go to a stock photo agency and you could find that image, and then you could buy one-time rights to it. For most of us, an easy way to find out what it would cost to buy one-time rights to something or to get someone's permission to use something, there's an online site called the Copyright Clearance Center, and they're a good place to start. There's some different places you can go to if you're interested in something like song lyrics, or you want to pick up music to back a video or something like that. But these are situations where the creator owns the copyright most of the time, and you really can't use their product without their permission or without paying them something for it.
Thank you, Professor Royer, for answering our questions. I might have more questions for you in the future. If you have any questions that you would like answered on our show, please email us at artxtv@adrian.edu. Thank you for joining us, and catch us next time on ArtX TV.
It's about to go down.
We are going to bring you the facts at hand. What they add up to, well, that's for you to decide.